Okay, so here I'll just build some other random decks. So the so far the two that we've done are we did one for Green Shadow with the ice, which is not very good, probably the same as what we were using before, like in terms of quality and win rate, but whatever. We'll just use this placebo effect fallacy that, oh, clearly this is going to be what makes the difference, even though it doesn't matter. The only thing that makes a difference is how long I play this. Like, if I play fucking 12 hours a day, I could do it. But we did that and the Yeti, so let's do somebody else for this, which... Let's do Wall Knight. I feel like the aggro decks have done so well that I don't want to fuck them up, but it's not that I can't go back and use the same one. So the healing stuff I don't care about. This you want. This you want. It's going to be pretty much the same. That I'm not even going to use because I don't know how I got it, really. So I don't get what I'm doing with these. I think I was maybe using this, even though I guess the difference is the team up. Right, so like, why wouldn't you use this? But... I don't feel like I need the team up with that as much because I guess you could do one of each, although you're getting a little bottom heavy here with how low cost these are. A lot of people like this card actually, but I don't. We'll do 3 of these. It's going to be pretty much the exact same deck that we're using anyway, so I think you don't often get use out of that, but this thing I don't even see why it should be in there. We don't have a lot of healing. That's okay. One of those is good, although typically... Let me see what we end up with. I don't like any of these cards, really. Conjuration Effect. This guy's often not very good. This guy's not always that good. Do 2 of those. The Peanut almost shouldn't be in there, if you're really thinking optimally. But then again, you don't have a choice because you're going to have too many filler kind of cards. Right? There's not going to be enough... There's not going to be enough shit really in here. But yeah, like I should have 2 of these instead of the Heartichoke. Like that doesn't end up being very helpful. We got to 46. He's taking a while to get to 50 as well, but at least he's much farther along than I am. The healing there could be pretty good. It almost makes you question like why you wouldn't want to have that in there, but this is good. This is good. This is good. See, what you need is a lot more in the top end though. I have too many low cost cards then. That something's not right because he was at 45 for a couple days. What can I get rid of? Like I need more of the high cost things. Yeah, and I have to just make a better deck. But I can't figure it out. Or even this. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing and why I'm doing this. Which basically means the series will be over, but... I need... Wait, did I already do it? Like all the top heavy stuff because I always complain I don't have enough of them. Wait, what happened? Oh, it looked like I deleted the deck. Maybe it's a good way to test this deck that I just am making here. Although I forget who I just even played as. I played as like the Yeti and Wall. I can't remember. Wait, I'll get rid of... I have to get rid of 3 things. I'll get rid of... What does this do again? If you made a 6 sun, if environment is played. Get rid of that. Get rid of... What's the other thing I said? Like one of the mines. Get rid of the mine with team up. And get rid of 1 copy of something maybe that we have 2 of. Which is... I feel like this often isn't really all that good. I guess I'll do that. Wait, let me double check who I played as then last. I think I just did too. My memory is so bad with this. I think I played as Wall Knight and somebody else. The Yeti and Wall Knight, so next would be the Smash or the other dude. The Smash or Green Shadow, either way. Why does it keep showing that every time I just go back to the menu? Alright, Smash would be perfectly fine. Why is the Smash even highlighted if I didn't play as it, or if I didn't even make a deck with it? I haven't even looked at him. So 34 is kind of not a bad amount of progress, but I should have taken this more seriously, like, from the beginning. Right, like, if I was where he was, I would feel comfortable about it, that I could do it within the next 9 days or whatever, but I have to get 2 ranks today, and I failed to do that already, like yesterday. You'd almost do that, so then you're forcing them as far right as possible, so there's a disincentive to aggro it out, because, you know, they'll at least hit you last for what that is worth. But no, I beat that rank 50 Savage 2 games in a row, so not that I haven't lost the vast majority of games against him, but it at least shows you I'm capable of doing it, just not consistently. And at some point in the game, I just sort of get outvalued. I'll actually ignore it for now. You can treat this like a taunt mechanic, like whatever they summon is going to go there and just let it be. You know, it sort of does throw off aggro because, again, I don't really care. So now you have to work your way here. It can be a very annoying card. You know, I'll be a little greedy about it and do that. So I'm able to keep that alive, and then I'll still play something on it next turn as well. And now, even because this has Team Up, you're forced to play something else there again. So Team Up actually goes to, kind of ends up hurting you because you don't want to keep getting absorbed by that. I guess maybe with that he might, but, you know, it can really throw you off. And it's a sort of hard thing to play around too, because it's so cheap. You know, even if you play your own environment, it's wasting time. -2/-2, and of course, direct destruction effects will still work on that. Like, now if I just destroy one of them, you're like slow pacing him so hard. This is looking like a very good moment, but if I don't win in this general moment, and they do have 8 sun, and I'm sure they have some AoE or removal or whatever, but if I don't win like right here, I'm screwed. Yeah, that card's become a bit of a nuisance. Like, you know, you got to think about the impact that has on the game. Like, now there's nothing I can do. Even though this isn't really an aggro deck at all, right? It's just, I can't win now. That card just, if you have that card in your deck, if you play that card, I lose the game. It's just that simple. There's nothing I can do. It's completely non-interactive, non-anything, just... There's probably like a statistic I have on that. I have a 0% win rate if they play that card in the course of the game at all. Just with any of my decks, even some of the ones that seem like are my ramps annoying. It's actually not even that big of a deal with the Sunflower. It's more just like, what did the Astro Vera cost? I don't think that has anything to do with the ramp. It's just that card is just too good. Although I guess it might have saved him a little bit. Like, I might have been able to finish him off earlier if not for that, but it's sort of inevitable, especially with this kind of deck, right? Like, this game was going to last a while anyway because this deck is slow. So that's what happens. People end up outvaluing me because they just have better cards, which is not really an excuse, but it's just like, what is the counter for Astro Vera? Like, there's nothing you can counter it with. You would need like that Dandelion, but that's a plant as well, so... Now, anything you summon will still get... Wait, how did he even do that? Oh, because that was already full. There's still some vague chance he won't be able to deal with this, but... Yeah, I think some of these decks are showing their uselessness now, even on the ladder. Like, it's just not the way that you want to play right now when it's so slow. That actually turned out pretty well because that got buffed and it's going to go through with Frenzy. So look at the value that I've gotten from this card though. That has been amazing. Black hole, also known as your time when you spend playing this game trying to ladder, because that's what it's going to turn into. So he's pretty low. Maybe you'll get the block meter, you won't. So I still would have some vague chance, but it's just not really going to happen. And with 10 Sun, you would expect that you have some removal as well. Do another Astro Vera. Fuck it. Like, may as well. Yeah, I gotta look to see what does that actually cost? Is it like 8? Because it is really one of the most impactful cards you can have here. Now that'll go through everything, so assuming that this can't save you, you might already be done for. So despite all this craziness, what could it be? What could it be? Even after all that, man. There's no point because you're gonna get the Frenzy anyway. Now they're gonna have 1 HP and then they're gonna heal and come back. Like, bro. And you might think, oh, play it for that, which maybe I should, but I more so like the idea of I more so would have liked the idea of just having more things out there, but I guess it wouldn't have been doing any meaningful amount of damage. He could maybe buff it or finish me off with that. I don't know. With 9 Sun, 1 health, we get through the whole block meter. We even dealt with the Astro Vera to some degree. Right, somehow. I wasn't even expecting it to go like that. Even though this is not meant to be an aggro deck, you kind of realize your own mortality, that if I don't play it like that, I'm going to get destroyed. So you know. And of course, anything you summon that could be comparable here would be dealt with. Let me guess, he's going to do another Astro Vera. Like, imagine you have 4 of the... Oh, shit. Imagine you have like 4 of those in your deck. Even that would still... okay. Oh, no, I can still do it. What an epic... Look at how tight these games are, bro. Like a mathematical anomaly. His little goat thing didn't even save him, though. Good game. Had nothing else, just ramp. No, that was very good. Holy shit. How many Astro... Or like more in that one too, exactly, because that one, if you had like 5, you know, have 4 of them in there, I love it, man. He only played 1 of them, but I mean, when you see it, okay, it does cost 8, so I can't complain too much, but that effect is fucking bonkers. Okay, what did we just do? We did the smash. Let's do it again. And then after that, we get Green Shadow. So the new deck was actually the Wall Knight 3. Holy shit. I've seen that too. Like, they had like 3 of them. They played they got it flipped back to the hand. They played it again, right? You'll bounce it back. He owns 4, but he plays 3. That is interesting. I wouldn't expect somebody to have that many in a deck either. Yeah, it's high costing, but it is really insanely good. Not the kind of card I would like to use myself because it's kind of slow, but it's obviously good. Well, that's a very nice mulligan that we get there. So we need a turn 2 and a turn 3. I could maybe substitute 1 for this, but... Alright, that's a very bad turn, or trying to play something here and I would feel justified, or I'll still do it, just because, again, I hate wasting turns. Even though, again, this is meant to be a slow deck, and you might think this is even a good thing that they're playing so slow, but it doesn't work because you want to... Like even this, I don't know why. Like I'm starting to play this more aggro now since the last game. It's just like, here we go. It's not that I can't do it. It's that now I have to wait till next turn to be able to do it, and it's also going to potentially. Oh no, wait, I don't. Never mind. I don't know why I'm thinking like I'm the plants. That's a very efficient way to get rid of that, but. No, like playing this in the water is probably a very bad idea with this deck because you want to trade on the board and you want to... Bro's going to get hypothermia getting frozen in the water. That should almost be some sort of a environmental effect. Or like lightning effects do more when you're on the height if there's something, you know, related. Now, he clearly was ready to use a piece of removal, so I love this because Nerubian Unraveler over here. Now, for some interactions, this counts as a trick, I feel like... Or no, is that... I feel like I've seen something like that, where that counts as some other effect, even though it's obviously an environment. Or am I thinking of Magic the Gathering, where everything counts as a spell, even the creatures themselves? I mean, this would be pretty fucking hard to deal with, right? Where your tricks are already fucked out. That's not gonna save you. Although your block meter might still save you. I don't feel like I've actually used this card like ever in a super long time, and I especially haven't used it very effectively in a while. It's the kind of thing, like, again, you're filling up the board, so it would be the kind of deck where that would be appropriate. It should be very unlikely you can do anything here. Got the little Easter Bunny cosplayer, Hippity Hop Gargantuar. When hurt, make a mystery egg in a random lane. Alright, that was pretty good, but we're playing this sort of with more pace now. That football guy can be very good for that. You know, see, the football guy can be better than the nurses or the other, the deep sea thing just because of that effect alone. The statting is pretty similar, but that can just totally throw them off. It's better than the raw zombie because obviously it does the same thing, but perpetually. And, well, not exactly the same thing, but just as it pertains to tricks, but that's mainly the use that you're doing it for, right? At that point, I don't really care what minion they summon. I care if they have convenient removal for whatever I'm doing. Okay, let's farm some low rank players. So we must get to 36 today, 100%. If I don't, I'm screwed. And every day we have to keep up with a, you know, similar pace to that. It'd be nice if I could get some extra cushion, like, oh, today I'll get to rank 40 and then, you know, then I have a little extra time. But the way that it's gone is like, you know, it's not giving me the impression that that's really going to be the case. See, that's such a good synergy, but that's not really why I have that in there. It's just incidentally, you know, I happen to just have this because it's a 1-mana 2/2. It's not really for the effect. And even that other environment works with this pretty well that we saw in the other game. you know, a lot of the synergies that I get are just by accident, because it's, again, these decks are sort of hodgepodge, just whatever I put together. This is very good value in this kind of matchup. I don't know if I maybe want to save it for like a better, not that they're going to play later. In fact, I would rather do it because you have the Rolling Stones and stuff, so that might be better for the long term if you could. What if I play it like really slowly and I wait for them to really put some pressure, like actually do something, at least use the Spine Apple on it, like, you know, do something more significant, and then I'll do it here. Mustache Science Zombie. Now I don't have enough to do it when I actually want to. This is all about the board here. So it seems like you'd want to wait to get a higher cost nut with that, because that can be very impactful and very meta countering type of play. But the biggest goal is we want to keep a lot of these things alive here, which this one won't be alive anyway. Or wait. Oh no, that's not a berry though. This will still be alive. Now if I do the buff next turn, that could be very good, and this could be good for the 4/4. But again, they're just gonna potentially outvalue me, even though they are a measly rank 13. Maybe that just accounts for the player base of this game. This is one of the games that isn't banned in China because, you know, China's such a censorious, evil place, with all due respect, in a lot of respects. So the point is that because China is so bonkers with that, you're able to do it in such a way that this might be a game that's not objectionable to the state. So now you have a situation where it's very popular there, and so that would account for the insane player base that otherwise seems to be hard to explain, not even because of the quality of the game, because it might be the only game that they have a choice to play, one of the only games that they have the choice to play, because so many of the other ones might be banned and censored. So that's the kind of market category it would fit into. And because mobile games are so popular there because of public transit, because a lot of people don't understand this exactly, like, you know, where they basically, because the cities are so congested and overpopulated that people live an hour away from work and they take the bus every day, or a train. I'm sorry, not a bus. They take a train every day, so they're on the train for multiple hours in a day. So they have nothing to do, so they play mobile games on there potentially. And so that becomes a big draw in China, because the mobile game market is responsible for that in large part. Right, because it gives you an incentive, because you're on public transport all day, and that's something good you can do. And so it's very popular there, and so that's the greatest evil that China has committed, clearly, the fact that they, whatever, you know, the fact that they have induced people into valuing mobile games. I mean, I've gotten exactly everything I could possibly ask for in this game, but I still can't win. Right, they're gonna have more shit, infinite value. He's gonna do some crazy heal combo. There's no guarantee I would have won that turn still, because I, you know, could have been saved by the block meter, and it could have been, or I guess the frenzy would have done it, but you never know what's gonna happen with all the stupid superpowers you're gonna get. Superpowers, I should call them, but it's not even the superpowers that I mind, it's the block meter that really pisses me off. And the exact way that it works, and the random way even that it works. No, I like this sort of unintentional meta counter that this has. Like, it will be very unexpected. So this is not going to work, obviously. I mean, that's such a valuable play because you're able to. But no, I love how intense all these games are. It shows you like I'm doing something unnatural and sort of weird because I don't know, like every game is so intense and so epic. It doesn't mean I can't win, but it takes the maximum effort and everything. I don't see why the flag bearer wouldn't be considered like a sport zombie anyway. We'll definitely have some good synergy going on with the actual, with the plant stuff. Oh shit. But actually that makes it kind of worth my while because you're gonna, why wouldn't you do it like the other way though? I guess you value the untrickable more than anything else. Everything will trade in, so their board is their hand is pretty much empty. And so you have the simple ability to, that'll be the notable thing that doing this actually did, is it changed my schedule back to what it was before. Like, now I'm going to give up doing my normal day categories and I'll just do random stuff, whatever I feel like. Or like committed series where I do it like every day because I kind of miss doing that. Whereas instead I would do like, oh, you don't have a very good thing here though. Where, you know, I would do something different every day, which is good for variety, but then it kind of doesn't let me concentrate on one thing, which again, whether I should have to do it here or not, I don't know, but I could very easily still lose this. Right, this thing can get out of hand, but why he keeps playing it in front there, I don't know. Let's see, is he gonna actually do something very annoying here? Because... okay. But he has a couple good cards in here, no doubt. Does a bonus attack, double strike. Used to trade that in, but now the untrickable he's worked so hard to preserve. If only that was like one off here. Not that I even have any tricks to deal with it, but he doesn't know that. So he's gonna win still, despite... okay. There he is, lethal. Multiple is over. That'll hit me twice. So, like, you would need the heal first, and you would need... you would need the heal, but then the heal wouldn't still be enough. You'll be one short. Or no, why did I feel like this guy was lower ranked? That must have been the last guy. I'm looking at... like, I always underestimate these people. That could have been clutch because you could have been saved by the heal and then into the block meter or something, but... but no, imagine if it worked like actually the way it would normally, like in the games where it'll hit you actually just 4 times instead of, you know, instead of the evolution and all that. Okay, Green Shadow next, the little ice gimmick thing. We made 3 new decks. The one new one that we have here is Wall Knight that I haven't even played yet. It doesn't seem that good or that different, but it's my final effort to try to, you know, make something different. I'm kind of lazy about doing that too. What you really would want here is the Snowdrop, but I'm not always going to get it, even though I do have 4 of them. But it's okay. This is one of those decks that, again, when it works really well. But there's no guarantee of that. You know, you could have done that, or you could have just done the other buff, but I guess it's hard to say, actually. Maybe it would have been better off doing the other one. Now, again, for very efficient, simple value, we're going to create a real headache for them. You do the other freeze as well. Let's actually do it, because there's an assumption that they might... Or, you know, I might be overcommitting, but let's assume they can't deal with it and you can really just run away with it early. Because this is really too much value to have at this stage in the game. This is nuts. And I'm not even playing as Wall Knight. But that's more like just a desperation play. That's like 2 desperation plays together. Right, that they're not really doing a whole lot. You could have... That was sort of incomplete, too. You could have, like, played it together on the same thing, right? And killed it. Okay, okay, dude. Even though I got off to a good start, I obviously lose because of that. Yeah, and that kind of has to go perfectly. Now I'm sort of totally burnt out. Yeah, let's do it like that because we would survive this anyway. I got kind of the start that I would have wanted anyway, but I was even saying like, oh, he's desperate, but he had the AoE. I guess you could say he was telegraphing that he had the AoE by doing that, but it didn't mean it was guaranteed to work. Right, I could have had some other heal or something. So if I maybe got that, you would have like a vague chance of doing it, but probably still not. You know, or I do have Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, so the deck at least achieves its purpose of getting to turn 8. And the reason why is because you have... Because you have the ability to, Wait, where's the pecking order as far as which one does that, though? I guess whichever one's closer to the left gets to hunt first, but that's sort of a weird interaction. I was almost expecting that one to do it because that one already has a target, but no, if you get Dark Matter Dragon Fruit here, it could be good, and I do have 2 of them, but you ask and you receive, but there's no guarantee of anything. I'm still gonna lose. Like, they would have to not be able to do anything here. Then I would have... Okay. Like, how can they even afford to play that if I... And we're fortunate enough to even get another one, but we're still not going to win. I mean, that would arguably save me. They're going to have another low-cost trick superpower that they can still play and still win. But no, this seems like a sort of win condition, but they're not giving me the chance to actually do it. They can't complain that we get to that point because I got my 2 Dark Matter Dragon Fruits and I still lose. Like, this is the stage that we're at. What more could I have asked for? The beginning was good with the ice and... Wait, what? Maybe they misclicked, or maybe they feel bad. Maybe they're a hacker. Who the fuck knows? Even as I'm complaining, but like, obviously, I can't win a game like that. Right, everything goes perfectly pretty much, and I still can't win. This is the only way I'll get to rank 50 is if people do stuff like that. Let's try to get both of these out. Freezes, dumbass. You are pretty likely to get some of these synergies because I do have a lot of these cards. I'll wait, and then I'll sort of combo this into next turn, I guess. I have no idea why that guy conceded that. But this will be at least a highly efficient play that we have here. Like, your strategy is like reverse psychology. You make your opponent feel bad for you. Right? That you're losing so badly that you fucking... They concede out of pity that way. Okay, that's unfortunate. You have an incentive to do this, especially. Okay. You know, you could almost... Well... And we'll do this on the other one. And the freeze effect would still work even if it dies, I guess, right? Even if it kills it, it gets frozen, it buffs that. And it's not like the freeze really does much here, but... Just for the effect, whatever. If you play something over it, it'll undo the freeze anyway. Even though this doesn't seem like the greatest play, you know, the freeze isn't going to destroy anything because it would have died anyway, but this will at least stick around. If I get like some other freeze trick now, it wouldn't matter because they're going to still... They're going to still be able to... Oh, I guess it'd be fine. To prevent whatever shenanigans and tricks they're gonna do, and the only thing I have to do now is okay, that's fine too. Alright, that was kind of very unexpected. Does seem like that favored me as well. But that's my karma for winning the last game when I didn't necessarily deserve to. Alright, we'll do this new Super Brains deck that is actually meant to be more aggro focused, but still has Bad Moon Rising in there, so... It's the sort of thing that just assumes that you're going to get... You know, like if your aggro fails, then you get saved by Bad Moon Rising, and it assumes you'll have a few things out there anyway, just naturally from playing like that, but... So the brain vendors can be really good for that, but I don't save them for that necessarily. Because then I'll just lose in the game normally, so I'll just play them here as sort of free real estate plays, and that's fine. That's kind of a unfortunate thing because otherwise they wouldn't have gotten value from it if it was anything but the chicken, but then I guess they wouldn't have played it there anyway. It is meant to be aggro anyway, but that can get out of control. Like, they're certain to do that, but is it really worth it when you do it like that, though? You're just doing it as a static play, not even to trade into something favorably. You know, I'm thinking about maybe the deadly capability that we could have here. But they'll still fucking freeze everything again. Move a zombie, bonus attack. So that's still valuable as a basic static play. So the only thing you have to do here is this. That's even better. Although maybe some of this seems a little wasteful. But now they'll never expect that after all this damage that I'm doing, that, oh, I'll have Bad Moon Rising as well. And so it's a great way to look at it. Like it's a contingency. So I'll have a bunch of 1/1s out there and it'll be turn 10. And it's like, oh, now I failed to kill them. So now I'm going to lose. And then it'll give me one last gasp, one last chance. This kind of turn you really hate to see because, yes, I have a decent board, but I can't do anything, even that. So it's just a waste of a turn, but I do get a decent amount of damage in still. The moving a zombie doing bonus attack could be very good, and if you do that, then it could be a potential unexpected finisher. Like, couldn't this work? Because, like, if you put it here, then you move it there or something. I don't know how exactly it would work, but, like, you move it from here to here, then you move it again. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure about that even, but I love that one guy who conceded, though, for no reason. Rami Malek's account. So, let's see here. Gotta win 3 in a row, which is very unlikely to happen. Not really too happy with that. See, that's where you would rather just keep the thing. Keep the 3 costs. I don't have too many high cost cards in here at all, though. In fact, the majority of them are just going to be the 2 Bad Moon Risings that we have. But no, this mechanic is perfect for aggro, like the other 3/1 chicken thing and other stuff like that, that you're able to avoid them blocking you. And even the environment that sucks them into that one lane. Right, it's similar. You're just trying to stop them from getting in your way, basically. Sometimes the gravestone thing will actually mess you up, though, because you have some battle cry that you're expecting to get earlier that ends up hurting you, or some other synergy effect, right, that you won't get right away. Like even this, but this won't matter because you'll still get it. I don't know what I'm thinking of exactly, like one of the pet synergies or something that is kind of hurt where you're expecting to get it right away. I will have the ability to do that, which is kind of convenient. You steal the block meter, they'll still get it though. That part almost didn't matter. They go from 1 tick to 3 ticks, but they still get it. Okay, this is very nice to see. And again, if this still fails, oh, we get to turn 7. Oh no, whatever will I do? Then we just fuck them over. But this, again, one of those dead turn plays that unfortunately this deck is becoming known for. Because you have, just zombies in general can do that because you may as well just do it because this isn't fucking going anywhere. Deadly again, draw a card. I'm not too concerned about how much damage they could do to me. I'm concerned about, can I finish them off? Whatever they do here probably isn't going to matter. But can they deal with that? Yes or no? Can they heal? Can they... I would have Bullseye here as well next turn. I guess I've gained a little respect for Bullseye and Strike Through, neither of which I was too convinced by the value of early on, but sometimes even that doesn't matter. Okay, that sort of matters. That'll be 1 HP difference. and the block meter, which maybe that shows that they can't play around this, because if they had removal, they would have already done it then. This could trigger the block meter, unfortunately, so I have to hope that this doesn't trigger it. Right, so that this will absorb it. This one seems kind of a little bit overrated, but if you obviously have team up, it could be very good. Doesn't really seem that good though. Some of these expensive environments are a bit overrated, although I do like Force Field. Or the one that's really the best in the game is that whatever, the Pear Paradise. That can be nuts. Hey, you play a bunch of high cost stuff onto there. I mean, why couldn't they just summon like a minion here to block this? That's all they would have to do. Just summon a minion and just hope that I don't get saved by the block meter, and I mean, hope that okay, dude. Well, now it's mathematically impossible unless like I get something from the first hit. I could have moved the bullseye, I guess, to do that too, but I guess if they don't get an answer here, I'm so confused, man. I don't care. I hate when these games are always so close, but I guess I will. Like, I'm even confused. I'm the one even doing it, but I'm even still confused. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing or why I'm needing to do this right now. It is a bad habit. You shouldn't keep underestimating everybody just because, oh, it's a casual mobile game, or oh, just because people are a certain rank or something. It's the same guy. Well, we're gonna farm the same guy. But that's actually a bad sign, because I mean, it's not that unbelievable because you're queuing up at the same time too, but you know, probably based on how that went, it's almost impossible that I'm actually gonna win. Should probably just do the anti-hero first. Right, because they're less likely to possibly deal with that. That's unfortunate just on the basis that it's like a waste of time. The cowboy could be good. We gotta wait for and a lot of these plays are just basic curve plays. There's not much I can do about them. Or maybe this one will actually get a chance to play. What is it with Bad Moon Rising that I just never get it? In a way, I almost don't even want it here, because okay, he turned on the hacks. He turned on the hacks, because what the fuck is that? What is the likelihood that you get this? And the answer is pretty much 0% in this exact... Like, how would that be likely that you get that in your starting hand? If this works out to the trade effect, I would be okay with it, but it won't, because they'll do another one, right? They just have an infinite number of quick peas in their starting hand. Okay. I mean, that is one of the most insane starts you could possibly imagine, but maybe I have a chance. I don't know. Even returning it to your hand is not exactly... Well, he gets his revenge. Maybe I shouldn't have queued up that quickly afterwards. That's what you gotta realize too. It's not like he's gonna burn out now. He's gonna have fucking everything. Oh, I fucked up too. Or maybe not, but... You wouldn't have known necessarily what he was gonna get there, although that was kind of good. I won't get saved by the block meter necessarily. Or no, no, I won't. Alright, that was a very fun and interactive game. Let's go to Solar Flare. Now we get into the aggro. Solar Flare, Infinity, Combustible. Between those three, you should certainly get to 35. I mean, if it was up to me, within, you know, outside of my format, I would almost say I would do only the aggro decks. I would just rotate between the three, or I would just do even the same one over and over. One of these has done pretty well. I won't do the destruction effect here, or maybe I should. With that, like, it can be very impactful, but right now it doesn't seem worth it. I'll try to find a curve play to do it. Like if we got... Yeah, this would be good because it seems like they're sort of playing aggro a little bit too. It seems kind of dumb that they wouldn't worry about the Astro Shroom. Clearly an inexperienced newbie rank 20 player like I used to be before this month. But it shows you what a difference that makes. Just gotta go for it. Don't really care about anything else. You can Berry Blast a phase. We can do the fucking anti-hero, whatever you want. And so you have the ability to... Again, plays like that are going to be too slow. We got the Bullseye. Leaving the Astro Shroom around that long is like so nonsensical. I'm offended by the notion that you would actually do that. It's worth it to do it on stuff like that if you... Well, they're probably going to make a crazy comeback on that strength alone, but... Five brains left, but they don't even use it. So it's for the Astro Shroom more so than the 2 damage here. And the reason why... I wonder why the Jalapeno is even in here, because... I feel like... Is he going to get rid of that guy finally? Like he finally understands the danger? No, he's still not. What is with this guy? I understand that damage would have been bad anyway, but... In fact, that would have been lethal, so never mind. Okay, you're down to 3. Is he going to make a crazy comeback? Yeah, unfortunately, that's a very weak play because there's only so much you can do. You got to worry about the Bullseye. You have 9 brains or whatever, but you don't have anything you can do with it, or what? On the ground. So all I would have to do is like play one more thing though if the Bullseye damage gets in here. Okay, okay. There's a good chance I could lose now. That could prevent me from playing anything, so that could be very bad, right? Right, where I almost shouldn't have done that. This could be good. I don't really understand because this would kill them. They'll hit me for 2 here anyway. This will trade, so I should win. They don't call me the human calculator for nothing. But no, I like it though. This game has an uncanny quality of that, which is actually a good thing. It's not really even a complaint. Like the fact that every game is super intense and every game is super, you know, like nothing is really ever out of reach. which you would see that more and more if they had had more expansions and more power creep and different delineation like that. Here it's like, regardless of even what I'm using, to an extent, the game is always close. It's always within reach. So this is almost okay, but oh my god. So I won't do that unless there's really a reason to do it, because I like how the text gets cut off like that too. You can show like game, set, and match here. So if he does a summon, I can obviously deal with that. It might be worth it here, and the reason why is because I'll still get in the 2 damage, so it's okay. It's unfortunate because I just wasn't able to do anything the whole game, so... Right, like this one's already over. If you get a start like that with an aggro deck, you may as well just quit. Losing to the actual mulligan here. I don't know, like maybe I should start playing on the board now, even though I have no chance of winning if I do that anyway. Because that could really hurt. Gargantua is costing 2 less, but the game is also dragging out too long anyway. Like this, the game should almost already be over by now. We can copy another zombie, which is not really that big of a deal. In fact, we could kill 2 with 1 stone here. Where we, or no, it's just the statting too. It's not even the effect. Okay, that's not a very efficient use of that. Now that'll just die to the base damage that we do here. It made it look like that was pointing to them, like, oh. Right when it died. Like, I'm the real you now because the original one died. So here, we're not going to be able to play anything. I really wish these had team up, but that might make it too strong. That could be worth it, I guess. Save the other thing here. We're going to do a decent amount of damage here, I guess. Okay. Yeah, but this one started off terribly, so I have to hope that their hand is sort of dried out, which never really seems to happen. Right now, they're going to have some conjuration, or they're going to top deck stuff, or they're going to drag the game out so long. I would like to do a discovery effect, and somebody could calculate in their big brain here, like, oh, you know, well, fuck it, I don't need it right now. Yeah, I mean, speaking of conjuration, whatever they got from that is going to save them now. But no, it's like, what would be a likely better conjuration? A mushroom or a flower? Right, you would know that in your head if you're an expert on the game, of what exactly you'd be looking for from that. These button mushrooms are going to cuck my dumb ass, though. Right, this is what I hate. Now we have to hope the block meter saves me. This is actually what every single game comes down to. Isn't it fun? Every single one. Like, if I'd gotten the block meter there, I would have won. Simple as that. So it has nothing to do with me. It's not my game, dude. I have no impact. At least if it was a fixed set value, I would have known that. Like, okay, it's not going to trigger the block meter because it's a fixed amount that you're going to get from it, but it's not. literally it comes down to a dice roll, right? The outcome of most of these games. Not in terms of even drawing the cards and the RNG with that. That's okay, but... Okay, every time we're having like a good streak, right? We just can't maintain it for any period of time. Okay, we'll go here. We can do this first. You know, you could have like a strike through aggro deck where you play just fully, have every card in your deck be strike through and still try to trade in, but you're also rushing them down at the same time because all that damage is getting through. And there's no way to really mitigate that strike through damage, so there could be something really good with that you do. I'd have 4 copies of every strike through card in the game. I don't feel like there's a single game in the card in the game with strike through and anti-hero together. For whatever purpose. You might think, oh, that doesn't matter, but wouldn't it mean that... No, it wouldn't really synergize, but they could be 2 separate effects that you still have. So the deadly would be worth it for the simple fact of getting rid of that. This guy can be the MVP of a lot of games. Almost deserves to be legendary caliber despite being 1 cost. That interaction always makes no sense, and I kind of dislike it too. How you play it for free as soon as you get it, even if you don't have any reigns left. That maybe wasn't the best move because I could have tried to take more board control over here, but... Right, you'd rather just have more things out there than something stronger that isn't even that much stronger. Now that's going to get absorbed by the block meter, except it actually might not. Now I can fill up the board, and I can do it to... Less than 2 have bullseye. This would finish you off alone. So all you have to do is survive this turn and not... Okay, block meter again. If I get saved by the block meter, then... You know? Even that still doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Like, if I get the 2 ticks, I win. If not, because the strike through is going to happen anyway. Okay, it should. So now you should trigger the block meter. Maybe it'll save them. Maybe it won't. Or no. Oh, no. I'm even praising that guy, but the bullseye. Okay. See, that at least I should have known, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So you should probably be able to do this pretty effectively because... Oh, you know, I can't do that, though. Or no, I could have done it. So whatever you do, as long as it's not too big, like there'd have to be a strike through here as well. Oh. Well, even if I had played that, it wouldn't have meant that I win because this would have still killed me. Okay, let's give a combustible a shot. Or whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this has just been very annoying, but whatever, dude. Just give me 1 good streak out of all this time. It's eventually going to happen, as we've shown, but it's not... just not consistent enough. So, you know, play 12 hours a day and I can do it. And it sounds like I'm talking about chess. Where there's always this fallacy to do with that too. It's like, oh, you know, something is so impressive to do, but when you consider the amount of time put in, while I can respect that time commitment, it also feels like, well, anybody could do it if they put in that much time, arguably. So, or nobody could do it unless they put in a lot of time. So that becomes the main prerequisite. So maybe I'll actually stop here, but I don't, if I don't get it with combustible, but I kind of don't have the luxury to do that. That's very surprising that they did that, but you have to realize it's all part of their plan, that they're still gonna win and do everything perfectly. Like, fuck it, dude. How would you even know that you're gonna lose that early? Like, I don't get it. You're a rank 41 taco tryhard. He just can't deal with that thing alone. Like, I don't know even what I'm doing. Another 40. Well, I can't complain about that because we get so many low rank matchups and still lose to them. 2, 3, 4, 4. Actually, not a bad thing. Right, it's gonna be good enough. I almost wish you would summon something there just to give me something to do. You gotta go full aggro, which that sort of play would almost tell you that that's what they're doing, but you still have the balls to play all slow. So that, despite the lack... Oh, you should always wait because you get a zero cost mushroom sometimes. Right, but... Oh, shit. Problem is I would have needed to fill up the board a little better earlier. That'll help with the fucking berry blast as well. I don't really have too many other berries besides that. You'll be almost dead here alone. So what do you got to do with all your brains? You'll pop the block meter, hit you for 7. Okay, fine. Still hit you for 4 unless you have an answer for that as well. You'll have like a handful of fucking superpowers, but are they even helping you or what? Okay, you gotta sometimes do an unexpected play that they wouldn't, you know, you do it like that, so you're presenting lethal from here, and they're obviously gonna deal with it, but then maybe the 4 damage will get in, and maybe I can do something next turn, maybe even the strawberry itself. Strawberry with like a... Wait, why would you do that if... Oh, okay, okay. Now, they're so low that you would still have a vague chance, but probably not. If I just got a berry blast, for example, this alone should be able to do it. Right, literally Berry Blast would win the game because I have the 2 damage from that, assuming that the block meter wouldn't cuck me somehow. As long as they don't heal, I mean, I have to hope I top deck Berry Blast. That's pretty much all I can think of. triple attack could do it for you here as well, but I somehow don't even trust that it's going to happen. Right, they'll have a way even here to fucking do it, man. So many of these games are so fucking unlikely to win. It's just really, I would normally appreciate the challenge, but I should not have underestimated the time that I would have had to put in to do this. Then I would have been okay with it. From the beginning, I would have not, you know, tried to say, oh, I'm going to do my other categories normal and stuff too. Right, for the first basically almost 2 weeks. You got to play this shit all day, every day to have a chance. So he's 46. He's been 50 for a while, just chilling there. You could do a bonus attack. I guess I will. It could be more impactful later as possibly a finisher, but I'm more interested in just zerging it down before it even gets to that point. This can be sometimes good to clear out some shit. You know, a lot of 1-1 or whatever, 1 health stuff. Do I do this or do I do this? Because this might be still the best chance you're going to get with it. But yeah, see, even there, that would have been good for the Brain Vendor. You could have killed that and just been safe. Or even now, it'll still be good. Although this will be gone anyway. You get in the 4 damage there. Maybe trying to go for this for the finisher. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't underestimate how good that bonus attack could be so efficiently that for 1 man I could have done that extra 9, but you can do it the same, you know, the same time too, so they can't even react to it. Okay, yeah, this is what I mean when I'm even talking about everything I mention always comes to pass very shortly after. Zombie gets +2/+2 revealed from Gravestone. You should take at least 4 here. Yeah, the block meter just triggers me in a way that's hard to even describe, like the way that very few things have ever, not just in games but just in life in general. Like, it's so, the way that they do it is just so unsatisfying. You have this here, and then you have go like that because you may as well. Gravestone deadly. We'll have this little poison ivy thing. It's not poison ivy, it's poison oak. Professor Oak's evil twin who uses only poison type Pokemon. He'll be down to 3. Everything is good with that. And I just don't have an answer for, you know, really finishing them off efficiently here. Once again, Berry Blast would be the ticket. So many times you just need that little extra damage push. Environment is played. Play a zombie. Okay. The oak is presenting lethal. Unfortunately, that'll do a bonus attack again. Or that'll do it. Again, I win because of the block meter. I lose because of the block meter. Just let that... why even play the game then? Just fucking watch a block meter simulator. Just flip a coin. That's PvZ Heroes the game. Like, why is that such an impactful element? Okay, please, please. This is always the most important game. It is against a very highfalutin rank 43. And so it's okay, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing I can do besides play it the same way. Just highly aggro. There might be a notion that if you played something there, I would actually do that, but generally, you would rather just ignore it and go somewhere else. It's good when they get all cocky and they think, oh, fuck me. It's good when they get all cocky and they think that they can get away with playing like really slowly, though. Because then by the time they realize it's too late. Enemies here have Hunt. You got to do this for the Leafy synergy, though. Oh my god. I won't do it because I'm... Wait. Okay. I should have just done it anyway, then. That is such a weird effect that they get Hunt. Like, I don't think of environments like that. An environment, that the whole point of the environment is that it takes you out of the environment. Hopefully that gives me the impetus to actually save it, but they'll bounce it. So I fucked up in multiple ways, arguably, but again, you wouldn't have necessarily known. That was a pretty big fuck up, though. If you knew that was going to have Hunt, you should have just done it there, but blocking that, you didn't necessarily know you were going to get that, but... Looks like a synchro summon turn to me, dude. Always the double fucking... How do so many people get that interaction where they have two... What the fuck? Do another one. The four... The quadruple chest. Bro is playing a game with himself. I'm just a spectator, dude. Bro is just trying to do some new level interaction that we've never seen before in the history of the game. The quadruple Exodia treasure berry chest interaction. So this one doesn't actually give you another one. I think the likelihood of me winning this game is pretty much the likelihood of me getting to rank 50 this month, but let's try it anyway. So there could have been some crazy berry blast type combo with that, but the problem is that you don't have actually any of them in here. I don't know what other berries I would have. That was kind of a lukewarm turn by them, though. That was kind of weak. But they'll get that again, I guess. I don't understand what's happening. Okay, so can I just do anything? If I had had this, you might have had a vague chance, but you're gonna have Hunt, so it's not really gonna help you too much here. Anyway, I'll get killed by this stupid ass. That's unfortunate. Combustible did really well, but his luck ran out, so what am I supposed to do? Even that will still kill me with a strike through. No, but there's just a normal interaction. Buried chest on buried chest on buried chest on a cowboy on the third buried chest. Like, yeah, that just happens every game. That's just normal. Why the fuck is it showing me that? Now we'll go to the Yeti and he'll ruin my whole fucking streak because, you know, those are the better performers. So now we'll go back to 0. Then we'll wait till the aggro decks again. Like, I'm going to start blaming my other decks now. I'd have to win 2. We could get maybe 1 lucky disconnect or something of the sort. You can't really fear the matchups, but see, that's an easy one, potentially, but I'll still lose because it hasn't meant a whole lot. Right, there's no guarantee, but, you know, let's just let this be a normal, simple game where it's not, like, super over the top. They don't have a crazy deck. They don't get super lucky or any crazy interaction, just, like, something simple. There's almost a little incentive to play this one a bit aggro, but I still won't do it. Per se, although the walnuts are sometimes a little bit deflating to try to deal with because of the simple fact that if you have a walnut, then what happens is it takes so long to get rid of that it almost feels like a waste of time. I almost wish it was like if it gets destroyed by an attack, not by an effect, right? That should almost subvert it. I'll do that, and I'll do it just to get in face damage because, well, I am playing this like very stupidly. Like, you know, the fusion effect isn't worth it when you're getting rid of something else that you want to keep. So this thing always becomes a real fucking trouble. I should save up to even almost do that on it. Like, I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'll just do it anyway. Or I could bounce something which more than likely won't be the correct thing. I played this one totally unusual. We could get lucky and do it on there, but or even that's okay. You prevent a certain amount of damage. That one's gonna die, that one's gonna die, so I don't know why I played it like this. Right, I might have had a better late game control to wait it out, but you would almost have lethal from this alone if you... We'll get strike through with that. Let's see what else he does. I can get rid of this, presumably. Go ahead, give it untrickable too. That one was sort of where I'm my own... Okay. My own worst enemy where I shouldn't have... Not a big fan of that water balloon fucking thing, but... Yeah, that's too bad. We could do that next turn, but again, there is no path to victory here. It's just not a real thing that I can do, so I give up. It's possible that because of the freeze, though, you might be able to get through those without him doing much about it. It would be more about what's in front of me here. And he's okay. Maybe I should have started it there then, just so you could have guaranteed that. I'm still not dead, but I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with this. The freeze effect always fades too early on those. Alright, we'll go here and I'm just dead. That's too bad. Now I wonder, what if I played that maybe more slow pace? I probably still would have lost, given what we've seen, but I don't understand because I don't know. Like, I've consistently lost to players of lower ratings like that, so it obviously doesn't mean anything. Right, it's okay. So this is sort of the new All Night deck that we are playing for the first time, which probably isn't going to be that different than the one I was using. I don't even know what is different. Right, it's only like superficially different, really. You have a 2, 3, 4, 6. I'll keep it. So we just gotta compensate for ability or quality of deck with time. I'll just go through this all day, I guess. That's fine. Okay, is he a measly rank 20? But you never know what that means because they're using fucking god tier legend rank 50, legend rank 1 deck, so I can't figure it out. Don't really care about the environment effect, although I almost wish it would work on heights. So what you can do is you can play the mirror nut, and then you can always or no, you know, I won't do it. I'll do like this and this, and I'll just ignore that even at my own peril, when the point of a deck like this is to not do that and to play on the board, but there wasn't like an efficient way to deal with that. So there's always a temptation almost to turn it into aggro when you're just trying to catch them off guard or something. That's pretty good. This would have been okay too, I guess. This counts as a nut, obviously. Mixed nuts. They have reasonable board control, but they have a reasonably good hand still. So this is the exact dream position that you want, but now you have to do something to press your advantage. And that is the thing I clearly lack, because yes, I'll play something else decent, but it's not enough to actually win you the game, ever. Here we go, dude. Here we go. Brain Vendor, Brain Vendor. Wasn't really that big of a deal, though. He's like me when I just do that with no actual plan to it. Or never mind. I take it back. Okay, dude. Okay. That's the combo I was talking about, though. So we survived Badman Rising, but I don't know exactly how to explain it, because that was a very sick interaction, to be sure. Do that, we should hope that everything else will trade, but they'll clearly have another Badman Rising or another crazy thing because they're so fucking jacked out. This won't be that good even. So this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Do they have a way to get rid of this? Maybe. Wouldn't really surprise me. I guess I could have maybe done that to make sure. So now I should win, but it's still, I'm lacking like any sort of real strong, I don't know, I just always expect them to have, like, they're the ones who are in top deck mode, but I just expect them to always have something more. You can have all the brains you want, but you're not gonna have anything to do with them. Okay, so I really wasn't expecting to win that, and we survived the Badman Rising, so Wall Knight really impresses me there, even though it felt very unconvincing. Right, like they got maybe super lucky with the double Brain Vendor thing interaction, and they may still have a chance even with that. Right, because technically they would have had 1 minion out there only to use Badman Rising on, so it would have only been that. I mean, I can't, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think I quit right there. Like, if you're gonna give me this, you're gonna give me stuff like this where the game doesn't want me to win. It just doesn't want it. I'm actually being sabotaged by the game. Like, how is this possible? They get Badman Rising, they get everything, you know, fine, but now they gotta conjure this shit right in my face. Like, I can just tell you, I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win. I don't even want to win. Like, it's fine, dude. It's just not meant to happen, so I'm not gonna fight the laws of the universe in the fucking game. If they don't want me to do it, I don't care, man. Well, they'll hit me for 6. The problem is here, I can't get any amount of damage in. Like, I have 0 fucking damage. You'll have the strike through here. They're gonna find a way to deal with it too. This would actually kill me, so I frankly don't want to do it. Right, if they can't deal with Astrocado. No, I mean, that is... If you look at these games, man, I don't know what to explain to you. How are they getting, like, exactly everything perfectly every single time? Like, the Zombot play... Like, clearly, I'm even saying, like, oh, this looks like an easy win. There should be no... I mean, it happens sometimes, but it could just be this game has, like, such a smaller card pool that you're getting stuff like that more often that... I don't know, it just seems very uncanny the way I'm losing some of these. Okay, even though I'm not meant to play this really aggro, sometimes I do. So we'll go Yeti into Green Shadow, I guess. No, I underestimate even the nature of this game, like how... I should actually probably do this because of how nuts of a lane it's become. I get like too overconfident that I think like, oh, this game is so limited sometimes in scope that you think like, oh, if you're winning, you're more likely to win, which to be fair is true compared to other card games. Like, you are more likely to win because, like, see, they only have 3 cards left in their hand. So what high impact could they really have that clearly I'm going to win now? Like, it's almost guaranteed, but we've seen some weird stuff and some of these matchups as they get more difficult. And competitive, there is going to be like, generally, look at the board position, look at the hand. I should probably win just on that token alone. Whereas in most games, you couldn't say that with as much authority, assuming that what they're using is not absolute top tier, but which you wouldn't necessarily expect from a rank 31. But if you just look at what the fuck I'm using, we'll do that even though it's dumb because we could be presenting lethal. Like, there's a scenario, maybe he doesn't have an answer for that and I just win. That is possible. It is possible in the game, even though you've never ever seen it when I'm playing. You've never seen it happen, but it is possible. Like, even here, they didn't have an answer for it, even though I'm super low too. And that was very risky. So I obviously assumed that was gonna get the hit in, but... Okay, dude. So we got to do the heal, and even this would be similar. Maybe I don't trust it though. You'd rather summon like more things here, but plus one trick is played. I'm not going to be able to avoid that. Okay, all right. I give up. I give up. Do a couple more. I'm fine with it, man. Like it's just not happening. The way that I'm losing some of these games is like it's coming down to too much. Like there's nothing you can do to control it, right? Unless I had like a vastly better deck, it wouldn't come down to that. I don't understand. All right, this is good, I guess. Everything that's happening is like not controllable in any way, so I'd hope for an ice effect here, but they generally aren't going to worry about this too much or try to deal with it unless they have like a 1-mana 2/2, just generally. Couldn't even bother doing it there because that's already going to be their priority target. So rank 42 Taco is nice and complacent, not doing anything for several turns. And of course I don't get what I'm really looking for in terms of the ice effects, which would be really good here if I did get it. Look how slow and laid back they are. Like, how could they expect this to work out well for them when they're just not doing anything? You could say that's the pace of their deck, but there's no guarantee. This could be handy. But you know, maybe I should do that. Sort of don't give them any allowances here. So you're already going to be down to potentially like 3 even, but the block meter will surely save you from some of it. You have 0 brain, so I don't know what you're even looking at right now, dude. That might have been a bit of a premature play, but I'm hoping that I could almost finish you off with this next turn. But no, it's like I barely even done anything. Like, or I mean, they barely done anything. You might still be able to do that, but I won't take a chance because it's just not meant to happen with the block meter. So maybe I'll get rid of something though in its way, or it wouldn't even work then. You may as well just do it anyway though, because okay, just dumb luck the game. But even if not, that would have helped pop the block meter early. Okay. You gotta have just more patience than what I do to do this, because I mean, honestly, I don't even mind that. At least they're all low cost cards. But arguably, you could say I have too many of those in here, but it's fine. Right, because you really want the frozen peas and stuff at the beginning. Right, I mean, the stupid snowdrop. You are trying to play on the board with this, but I almost don't mind if... I should try to get rid of one of them, though. Since you have so many, you really shouldn't hold it back with respect to... You know, you may as well just do it and go for the interaction even if it doesn't work. You can freeze it again, which I don't really need to do that now. Like, let's still use it somewhat, you know, valuably, but this is what I mean. They summon something, I'll freeze it. Then they summon it, like, just play on curve like that. But I just need to keep getting minions then, so I better do the card draw one. This could be so triggering for them. Like, I would even say the same thing. What are the chances they have this many freezes in a row? It's so uninteractive. I'm just going to keep doing it every single turn for 5 turns. Where, you know, every time they think they have something, every time they summon something, they'd be better off just using a removal, but they're not really able to do that here. So we're spreading the wealth a little bit so that anything doesn't become too much of a target in and of itself, right? This is a target because of its effect, this is a target because of statting, this is a target because of its other effect buffs. So there's too much going on. So you get rid of this, we're in a very, very good board position, which means I'm going to lose promptly in the next 5 turns because that's what always happens. So we have plenty of ice. You can do it here. Okay, good. See, they don't even know what I have. That's the thing. They just can't deal with that as it is, I guess. So I'd be very happy if Green Shadow could go on a good streak here. Let's see what we got. Every time it seems like we're getting on a streak, though, we get it. It almost throttles you somehow. It'll make you face higher rank matchups as soon as you start winning. There's always these conspiracy theories in these games like that. Like, you know, oh, in Magic the Gathering or something, so they try to make sure your win rate stays constant. They'll give you sort of tougher matchups as you do better. Not just because, oh, you're raising in your rank, because again, but this game is more so just kind of fucked up with the matchmaking anyway. Right, they're not doing it for any other reason. They just don't have the player base, or they just don't care. We could do both of these actually, but there's nothing to freeze. Very fitting that I'd be using a deck involving ice too, because you have, you know, let's see if you summon something. I wouldn't mind doing both of these ice effects. But other than that, we could just do this. Or, I mean, this. So that's good because you get to punish his little trick playing that he's sure to do. And sometimes that'll stick around for a very long time. Yeah, summon something there and then I'll freeze it. You have almost an incentive to do this, but the cattail is the lowest on the totem pole in terms of priority for doing this. Yeah, I will freeze that even though it's a little bit superfluous. Or maybe something higher priority. They get 6, but for what purpose here? You know, we're getting a little greedy for that because I don't know what's going to be there, but assuming it's something high cost or something. You hit both of these and then you go ahead and... Okay, that'll unfreeze it at least. 2/6, deal 2 damage to everything. Or just to the plant hero. Random plant or plant hero. At least all these tricks are going to punish them a little bit with respect to the... His statting is so good though. 4 mana 2/6. That thing's getting out of control, assuming they wouldn't have a way to deal with that. I'd be really surprised. The leafy thing isn't going to happen. Might be way too slow of a play when... I'll still do it, but I don't understand really. So what you have is the ability to... He'll get his last laugh with the little effect damage. And then you'll destroy that. But no, these we could play together at least. That is a Leafy synergy. Once again, another game determined by a block meter effect, you know, just even the timing of it. Okay, 3 out of 5. Just give me 2 more, dude, please. You always have this tendency to be like in a winning position, but then they come back, or to be having them low and then they come back. So he's half my rank, but it doesn't mean anything. But no, what I should do is don't play too aggressively, as I sometimes have done here, and just play it nice and slow and trade and everything. But if I don't get that's the win ratio determined alone by, if I get the snowdrop in my starting hand or early, I win. If I don't, I lose. That's how this deck works. Right, even if you don't get a ton of freeze effects right away, just to have it is a very important dynamic. Okay, that's fine. We get this without the Leafy synergy. We get this without really using any effect right away. These are all suboptimal, subpar value plays that you might question, like, oh, just don't play anything then. Playing nothing is the correct play there, but it's not, because I'm never gonna win, you know, playing like that unless I have a real amazing late game, which I do have a pretty good late game actually, but it's more like the big picture is that now I'm not sure what I'm doing. I can get rid of it with that, but I almost don't feel like it's worth it. Right, you'd want to save this effect for something else. There's no point really going face here so much. I'm expecting him to summon something else consequential. Okay, now it becomes worth it, but how did I know I was gonna get that? This guy's already a priority target, so let's make the other guy one. Or, you know, the reason why I didn't do it, despite what I just said about making him another priority target, is that, well, we're getting a lot of concessions that I can almost guarantee. This is the way you got to do it. Make them seem like you have a synergy, even though I don't have a really good top tier synergistic deck, just to make them concede early when they fail to realize that if they played the game out, they would have 100% of the time, as we've seen. So all these concessions almost don't even count, because if you really played it out, I guarantee you I wouldn't have won. Right, because I'm not going to get really what I need, or they're going to get exactly what they need. But you're giving me too much credit like that. Like if you play an opening perfectly in chess, oh no, now this guy must be good, but maybe you just know openings and you suck beyond that. So either when people disconnect before the game even starts, or when they concede before the game really is decided. Maybe you can get people to do that too, just by being slow. Right, just like take forever and start to flag every turn, or rope every turn, basically. You do the buff, now he'll do a chest on top of a chest. Typical, you know, just normal plays. That should actually deal with the board relatively well, but now they got plenty of brains left to do tricks, so I'm sure it won't work. You can play a zombie, which isn't exactly what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about an actual trick for which they'll at least take some damage. This will trade in, everything else will trade in. Okay, it's still fine. The board is nice and clear. That's all I want, really. Just don't do it again, man. Okay. I mean, at least I'm getting a certain amount of damage from that. But now they have 2 deadly. Oh, wow. 2 deadly that I can't deal with, so I pretty much lose right there. Like, look at this early game fucking madness, man. It's only turn 3. Like, come on. I'll do that because I assume that you're gonna not... You're gonna buff it more and all this crazy crap. The mushroom certainly got in its fair share of damage here with the effect. This was the game, and look at what happened. Like, I couldn't do anything. They're obviously going to play tricks every turn to the point where I can't do anything. I mean, there is no win condition here at all, dude. There's nothing. Maybe if I get Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, since they're so trick heavy, maybe I could do something, but... It's got to survive for now. See if they don't have a way to deal with this now. Okay, or improve their already existing position. Yeah, which play is better? Dark Matter Dragon Fruit or Bad Moon Rising? Like, obviously fucking... Holy shit, dude, what a game. You gotta realize, this guy had one of the greatest games in the history of this game's existence. Like... So it wasn't just some ordinary game. The problem is, even if Dark Matter... No, it'll be at the same time, though, I guess. Dark Matter Dragon Fruit could hit there, but it won't because I don't even have an opening. If I would have survived that. You would kill both of these and you hit you for 3. Okay, that's too bad. Now I have to win 2. Like, this is the back and forth moment. That game was super, super important. And the way that he started off was just disgusting. So we have Bad Moon Rising here, who's probably going to cost me a fucking whole thing. Right, just give me 2 games in a row and I'd be fine with that. It's just annoying because every time I do play for a long period of time, or the fact that I am doing this so often, I do make progress. It's not like, oh, if I just didn't make any progress, I would just give up and it'd be fine. But it's because I should almost wait now and do it like on turn 3 with something else. Right, if at least I have another option. Now you could do a turn 2 play, then a turn 3 play there. That's good. This will avoid whatever they do, so we're gonna go full aggro, and if Bad Moon Rising happens to occur, then so be it. It almost gives you an incentive to still spread it out and summon more things, but I'll do it because that could have a certain impact on the game, but it's almost a little bit window dressing because, like, you're missing out on more stuff you can put on the board. But yeah, that's fine. Pop the block meter. How often would it be that you win without popping a single block meter? Pretty much never, probably, because, you know, you might have +2/+2 and a planter zombie is frozen. Yeah, we're not using the freeze fucking mechanic here. I always made fun of those effects and even said they're quite bad, but again, anything can appear good when you really commit to it. This gets +2/+2 when a plant or zombie is frozen. Freeze a plant. It didn't really matter that we froze that, but we're very close to the lethal zone, so let me see what they can do. Maybe heal, do that little buddies chick. The fucking clown. The 4/4 clown chick. Oh shit, that's actually kind of a good use of it. I mean, that interaction I can't be that mad about, actually. So please don't get saved by the block meter here, so at least you're down to 1. And then, okay, so now it becomes a bonus attack situation where by simply doing the bonus attack, you could... you could do two things. You could get rid of something, but you could do a bonus. Well, actually, I don't know. Now, will this say, well, it seemed like they were setting themselves up to die from that anyway, though. But like, I did that kind of a little bit wrong, maybe, but... Will I actually die? Because... No, I shouldn't. Or, I don't know. Move a zombie does a bonus attack. Or wait, I'm so confused. I guess, because like now we'll get saved by the block meter. Okay, that's fine. Now we gotta win one more. Here, see, at least that's the right style. So we did successfully do what I probably was suggesting, is that, oh, my aggro decks always do better than these other ones. So I took a deck that was more mid-range like this and turned it into an aggro deck, even though it still preserves the Bad Moon Rising, because it just wasn't doing that well anyway. Mirror matchup, this is the perfect way to advance, or it's more perfect, I guess, if he was rank 35 exactly. Then it would have been good. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I'm getting actual paid actor help here. Like, why would you quit that? Why? I want to know. I appreciate it, but I want to know. We got to game the system with this, or I'm getting a reputation for being all bitchy because this game is so well known. Or, I mean, because this game is so obscure that people probably have a Reddit post going on the PvZ Heroes. Give this poor guy a win because he's complaining constantly that he's getting pissed, but hey, I never asked for it, so... I don't know, I'm coming up with theories because why would a rank 34 quit against a rank 34 who maybe it's just a bad matchup for them that, oh, I don't want to see Bad Moon Rising or something, which I do have, but I'm never getting it. Okay, let me take a little break and then I'll do I will try to get to 36 as well here.